The Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 marketplace just dropped a massive wave of fresh arrivals, expanding our options right across the globe, from high-density international passenger hubs to challenging Scandinavian weather conditions and highly remote mountain paths. This week's update truly covers all styles of flights. We are looking at an absolute onslaught of new European expansions, major regional overhauls in North America, and some incredible scenic updates everywhere from the Greek islands to South America. There are quite a few big name releases to talk about, so let's see which ones deserve a spot in your virtual hangar. To keep things perfectly organized, I've broken today's releases into 4 clean categories: the Scandinavian Sweep, global gateways, North American hubs, and challenging short fields. Let's head north first. Sandefjord Airport, Echo November Tango Oscar, created by Vinnie Hansen. Torp Airport is a major Norwegian airport located in the west side of the Oslo Fjord. It's linked with the Oslo Gardermoen Airport, serving mostly low-cost and charter carriers flying to destinations across Europe. Regional visitors include Wizz Air, KLM, Ryanair, and Widerøe. And on site is also the European Helicopter Center to educate future helicopter pilots. Really interesting. What are the things which they included? Well, the ultra detailed airport, of course. They made it from the ground up using PBR and 4K textures. The interior is being modeled, and you also see passengers. Unique GSE vehicles, GSE ground service equipment, as well as GA statics, custom cars and car parks, unique terraforming and mountainside modeling, and carefully optimized for high performance using the latest techniques. If we scroll down, we will see what they have created. Seasonality is there. There are also, of course, some small buildings and some bigger hangar buildings, including where you can see aircraft being parked inside those hangars. Likely those are static, which is a guess because I'm not 100% sure. You can see the gates, you can see also the outside of Torp Airport. Some jets, all the ones, refueling facilities. And then we're back to the first one. So super interesting one, really highly detailed, with a lot of functionality, which brings it to Flight Simulator 2024. The next one is Alesund Vigra Airport, Echo November Alpha Lima. This one is also developed by Finn Hansen. It's a delightful airport located along the beautiful rocked west coast of Norway. Alesund is a major destination for legacy, low-cost and charter carriers flying from across Europe. It has new PBR textures, sloped runways, custom weather-dependent ground poly, and detailed terraforming to make sure it really looks really detailed. If we scroll down, we can't see any details because they kind of, I would say, squeezed into the text. So let me pick out some things. There's the including HD custom vehicles, the ground service equipment and boats unique to Alesund, stunning 15cm custom aero imagery, and plenty of landmarks beyond the primary coverage area also populate this well-known tourist destination. Well, let's have a look at it. This is the airport. As you can see, a lot of buildings, but also wear and tear on the buildings. This is the runway, which is a really nice approach. You can see the custom vehicles. You can see also seasonality is there. Also during the night, it looks nice. And there are some helicopter spots also. So you can even land and take off with a helicopter on this airport. Hammerfest Airport, Echo November Hotel Foxtrot. Again by Vinnie Hansen. They've been really busy. It's located at 71 degrees north to the town of Hammerfest. It's regarded as the northernmost town in the world with more than 10,000 residents. During the summer months, there's a continuous daylight, which is the natural phenomenon known as midnight sun. While during the winter, the sun does not rise above the horizon. So pretty challenging in this case. Dash 8 100s are operating there from Widerøe. Those are the most common aircrafts which are visiting the airport. So if we scroll down, we can see the images. You can see there are a lot of hangars. There's also some static scenery or static vehicles. Also the town itself received an update. So this is super nice, I would say. And the next one is Notodden Airport, Echo November Oscar. But before looking at this one, let's first look at how it currently looks like using the default scenery in Flight Simulator 2024. So this is the default scenery in Flight Simulator 2024. And you directly see something weird, right? Cars driving over the runway. Well, maybe that's normal, but I wouldn't expect this. So hopefully they fix that in the package. If we're lowering our altitude, we can see the traffic tower, and we also can see some, let's say, buildings. Buildings are, let's say, pretty detailed, as you can see. Some gravity. And here we can see the traffic tower also has some wear and tear. And also the surroundings, I would say, basically they don't look that bad. Also the hangars are here, right? You can see almost no wind. You can see some elevation of the runway. You can see some, it's not 100% say straight, so there are some, let's say, so there is some elevation in it. Then if we move further, we can see the other supporting buildings where it becomes more standard, right? You can see that in this case it looks okay, it doesn't look too bad. We can see another traffic tower. We can see some static aircraft parked. We can see some wear and tear on the hangar, right? You can see it over here. And if we move further down the runway, we can also see the other supporting buildings. So based on this, it doesn't look that bad. It also is, by the way, a magnificent, I would say, a view. So what if you think, I would say, your approach, right? Your approach would be great, because if you would fly over here, you're, I'd say, coming via the fjord, and then you can simply land on this beautiful airport. So let's now jump back and let's see how it looks like with the updated package. So now we've seen the scenery in 2024, let's look at what Finney Hansen has added. The airport itself is perfectly located as a base for VFR flying. Notodden is a short flight away from Oslo, situated in a valley at the edge of Hedelsvanet. Perfect for the $100 hamburger flights. The airfield is also located nearby the other ORBX Classics, which in this case the same developer has created. If we scroll down, we can see the airport, right? This is how it looks like once you decided to buy this package. And if you see this and compare it with the default scenery, which we just looked at, well, I think you agree this looks, I would say, again, much better. And then the last one in this group, the Moldy Airport, Echo November Mike Lima. This airport is a high definition PBR texture airport, which is created again by Finn Hansen. And the airport itself is situated right on the shore of Moldefjord, and the runway is only 3 meters above sea level. So at times of high sea and tides, the water creeps onto the runway edges. That really makes it scary. If we look at the screenshots, these are the screenshots which they provided. Also super nice airport, including a heliport, including, it looks like, some surroundings which they have updated. So these packages are pretty interesting because they don't only update the airport as it looks like, but also the, I would say, surroundings of the airport. Interior is there, and also some parked cars. So this was the last one in the Scandinavian Sweep. Let's continue with the global gateways and international hubs. And we start this group with Jeddah King Abdulaziz International Airport. Oscar Echo Juliet November. So let's first look at how it currently looks like in Flight Simulator 2024, and after that we're gonna look at this add-on. So here we are at the airport, and we can already see some, let's say, pieces which are not as nice as you would hope for, especially the one, right? If you look at here, it doesn't look really nice. Over here we've got, let's say, a small building, which is not the main terminal, don't worry, but it is just to show you how this part looks like. So it looks like it contains a lot of hangars, as you can see. It also contains a lot of static scenery, static, I would say, aircrafts, because it's really busy. The apron itself looks nice. You can see a lot of wear and tear on the buildings also, which makes it more realistic, of course. Now if we would move to the main terminal, which is on the other side, we can see that the main terminal is nicely modeled. But if we go up, you can also see that there's some room for improvement, right? We can see the traffic tower, we can see all kind of other, I would say, vehicles standing over here whilst loading. You can see the default jetways. We can't look inside those buildings, and also the roof from the terminal building, they require some improvements. Here we can see the traffic tower. Traffic tower is nice, but all the windows are closed, and sometimes it would be even nicer if you could really look into these windows, but that's not the case. If we move to the other part, we can see the same thing which as we already saw, right? We can see the same, let's say, pattern is used on the roofs, so we can see a lot of detail over here. So I would say I'm a little bit disappointed if I would see this. Also, there's looks like some errors, at least it looks like an error in the scenery. And if we would move to the other part, we can also see some bigger hangars. But I'd say there's a lot of improvements are required, I would say, but that's my own opinion. I'm not sure what you think about it. So let's now look at the package itself, what it brings to us. So the airport is created by AzrSim. It's an airport, it's located in Jeddah. It's one of the most busy airports in the Middle East, serving as a major hub for international travel and a primary entry point for millions of Haji and Umrah pilgrims each year. If we scroll down, we can see the let's say add-on. You can see it contains a lot of things, including some custom buildings, including a lot of detail, including the interior even, including a high-speed train. So this is super nice. I'm not sure if this train is really driving, but it looks nice. I do think it might, but maybe it's good to check with the developer themselves to make sure that the train is really moving on. Rhodes International Airport, Lima Golf Romeo Papa. This airport has been created by FSDG, and Rhodes, the island of the kings, is one of the biggest islands in the Mediterranean. Rhodes is a perfect destination for airline pilots as well as GA enthusiasts. So let's have a look what's included. Well, this is the airport, and as you can see, it looks pretty nice. I'm not sure if they included the city itself. It includes some static vehicles like the helicopters. I think there's also some nice details on the airport itself. You can see Egan. And based on this, it also looks like the surroundings are updated. But again, I'm unsure. It might be good to check with the developer themselves. Heraklion Airport, Nikos Kazantsikas. I'm not sure if pronounced correctly. Lima Golf India Romeo, created by Lycium. This airport is located on the northern coast of Crete, located just near the ancient city of Heraklion. And Nikos Kazantsikas International Airport has long served as the sun-drenched gateway to the Mediterranean's largest Greek island. It was named in honor of Crete's most celebrated literary. The airport traces its origin to the early post-war era, growing from a modest military airfield into one of the busiest, I would say, international airports for sun seekers, etc. If we look at the features, it's true to life. Terminal and apron layouts are there, deep custom ground textures, custom lighting, carefully designed interior, custom accurate, unique terraforming, custom ground clutter, and there are some historical buildings also included. This one, as you can see, it's a lot of detail and a lot of high quality based on the screenshots, right? And it's always dangerous to say because you might want to try it out yourself because in some cases, developers are upscaling these pictures and in reality, it looks a little bit less detailed. But still, this one looks nice. Then we've got Yanji Chaoyangchuan Airport, Zulu Yankee Juliet. It's an international airport located in a town, Yanji City, the capital of Jambian, Korean Autonomous Prefecture, Jilin Province. It was built in 1952, but eventually it got, I would say, opened a little bit later, if I'm correct. It was built as a military civilian airport, so both military and, I would say, normal passengers could use it. And in June 2003, it got the official approval to reply on approving the opening of Jilin Yanji Airport. And in June 2024, the airport was pre-accepted of the province accepted group. It has become the second open airport in the Jilin province, so the second one. They added the terminal area, parking area, main bridges and stadiums in the city as well. So this is not only the airport, but also the surroundings. And as you can see, the developer chooses to post more pictures from the surroundings than the airport itself, which I do think is now becoming a risk. So I'm not sure if this is really something which you need to look for. So this one gets, I would say, a badge which says, okay, hey, watch out. I've introduced those new badges based on some feedback to warn people about potentially, I would say, low quality add-ons which are added to the marketplace. And then we already arrived at the third section, which is North American commercial and executive hubs. Before looking at Clinton International Airport, let's look at how it currently looks like in Flight Simulator 2024. And this is the default airport in Flight Simulator 2024. You can see a lot of wear and tear on the runway, you can see the aprons, you can see cars parked, you can see a lot of buildings. But let's zoom into those buildings to see how realistic these buildings are. Because that is what you likely will see in those add-on packages, that they add a lot of more detail to the buildings themselves. So here we are, we can see a lot of aircrafts being parked, we can see a lot of hangars. And those hangars are looking a little bit too clean, at least some of them, as you can see. Let's quickly move to the terminal building to see how the terminal building looks like. Because this one, based on a quick view on screenshots, it looks like that they have updated that. And here you can see the default terminal building, which by the way doesn't look too bad if you ask me. While the part which we're entering soon, you can see that the windows are a little bit weird, and I refer to the building there. But overall it doesn't look really bad. I don't see a lot of wear and tear. On the roof you see wear and tear. You can see the radar dome over here, you can see the traffic tower and a lot of supporting buildings. This is the parking spot, by the way. A little bit weird. Cars parked here without any fence, but maybe that's normal. I wouldn't expect it. And here we can see the traffic tower, which is, I would say, pretty big. I can see that it has no windows, so you can't watch inside. And I'm also unsure if that's being added as part of the package. Now, if we fly a little bit further with the drone, let me increase the speed a bit. We can also see a lot of supporting buildings here. So we can see supporting buildings over here, including refueling stations, including a lot of traffic. Here you can see that the wear and tear on the roofs is a little bit better than the other side. But still there is some room for improvement, I would say. But I would say it's not too bad. But now let's look what this package will bring you. Kilo Lima India Tango. That's Clinton National Airport, has been developed by Proper Flight. The Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport is a medium-sized joint civil military airport located on the eastern edge of Little Rock, Arkansas, and it's a key transportation and economic hub for the region. There's some interesting facts here, but let's look at the screenshots. This is the airport, not really big, but there are a lot of details being added, especially if you would compare it with the default scenery which we just did. Unfortunately, not too many screenshots, but still it should give you a good impression on how well this developer did its work. The second one in this category is Long Beach Airport, Kilo Lima Golf Bravo by X-Wind Simulations. The airport is located in Southern California. Long Beach serves as a unique getaway to the greater Los Angeles area, still proudly showcasing its historic terminal from 1941. The airport offers a distinctive open-air boarding areas to embrace the region's year-round sunshine, and the airport handles a mix of domestic leisure flights operated by airlines such as Southwest, Delta, and Alaska, as well as business traffic. If we scroll down, we can see what they have done. You can see that they have updated the aprons and signs. They also add some more hangar buildings, some static scenery is there. Also during the night, you can see that they have updated that a little bit, I would say, large hangars. And then the terminal buildings, including the interior. So this one is from the air, and then we can see a Southwest. So it looks pretty nice, a nice airport, not too big, but still they have added a lot of detail, as you can see. Owensboro Davies County Regional Airport. This is the last one in this category. Kilo Oscar Whiskey Bravo. It has been developed by MSF Scenery Builders. And we can see it's a public airport located 3 miles southwest of Owensboro in Davies County, Kentucky, United States. Not too many pictures, but we can see the famous school bus, which is always, I would say, part of this developer's, I would say, aircrafts or airports. Sorry. Not too much details, as you can see, but it looks, let's say, looks okay. But I would say I would still be careful with this one. Teterboro Airport, Kilo Tango Alpha. Tatabero Airport, Kilo Tango Echo Bravo version 2. If you can't find this one, look in the world category, because for some reason they didn't put it in the airport category. It's a premier gateway to New York City. It's just minutes from Manhattan. It has been completely rebuilt by Dreamflight Studios, including a lot of FBOs with mold interiors, including signature Atlantic Aviation and Jet Aviation. It's up-to-date airport layout, high-resolution textures, detailed landside areas, including parking lots and surrounding access points, as well as carefully tuned lighting, also really important, and custom static jets are there. So keep that in mind, static jets. So this is the airport. You can see the supporting buildings, you can see the jets, you can see the wear and tear on the buildings, which I always like. And if we scroll further, we can see more. So a lot of detail both inside the buildings, but also outside of the buildings. Because if you look at the details, it simply is amazing. The first one in this category, which is the last category, is challenging short fields and regional strips. It's Scampton Air Force Base, Echo Golf X-Ray Papa. This airport is, say, the Royal Air Force Scampton, also known as RAF Scampton. It's a former Royal Air Force station located adjacent to the A15 road near the village of Scampton. There's a lot of, say, history about the airport, but what's included? Well, the fully custom objects with photoreal textures. All the objects include PBR textures, fully night lighting, custom ground poly. Terrain is using the latest mesh from the UK update. And there are some static things like the Red Arrow Hawk T1 aircraft. 9 spots have been left vacant on ramp for multiplayer, and a GA parking has been added around the base in the areas away from the Red Arrow's ramp. Here you can see some pictures. You can see it really is a military one, right? Military buildings, really old, not used anymore. Also night lighting has been added. So this one, if you love old airports, then this could be one which you might consider to buy. The second one in this category is Latiste Pardubici Airport, Lima Kilo Papa Delta. It's an airport which is both hosting militaries as civilians, and it's located in the Czech Republic. Apart from military purpose, it's used for scheduled services, charter flights to Southern Europe during the summer season, and cargo flights. It has a new terminal building, an apron and ground handling facilities in 2017. It opened for more passengers. A new terminal building bears the name of Jan Kaspar, Czech aviation pilot. If we look at the details, photorealistic, frame rate friendly, realistic terminal tower, AR, FF and more, and optimized for dynamic lighting. And here we can see the military part as well as the normal part. You can see a large hangar. Also the buildings are there, but not too many pictures. So yeah, it's hard to say how high the quality is of this airport, but it looks okay. And you can first rent it. So first try it and then decide after that if you want to buy it. Campo de Marte Airport, Sierra Bravo Mike Tango, created by RP Simulations and Lata Vadora. Long time we didn't see them. It's the first airport terminal in Sao Paulo, one of the oldest airports in Brazil. Today it no longer has regular commercial flights with helicopters and small planes, private or air taxi companies predominating the so-called general aviation area. It's a large fleet of helicopters in Brazil, and its infrastructure allows Sao Paulo to house the largest fleet of this name of aircraft in the world. Surpassing New York. That's really interesting. Features AZ textures and custom buildings. Well, let's look. You can see a lot of things here. It's a small airport. It's located pretty close to the city. We can see the Aero Club de Sao Paulo. You can see some static scenery. So this one, it looks okay, I would say. So a small airport. Again, in real life, not used for scheduled flights, but only for general aviation. And then we've got Caban des Vignettes helipad. This is a helipad. It's perched high in the Swiss Alps at 3,158 meters. And it brings one of Europe's most dramatic mountain refuges to life in Flight Sim 2024. It's designed for precision landing and breathtaking approaches. The Add-on captures the essence of alpine aviation with a lot of detail. If we look at the features, of course, we've got the nice airport, including modeling the faithful recreation of the surrounding terrain of Arola in Switzerland, improved ground textures, custom 3D models, includes a helipad, challenging approaches. So let's have a look at it. Here you can see the airport and the surroundings. I must say that I would say those windows look a little bit, well, fake. This, however, looks really good, right? So I'm surprised about the, let's say, difference between quality. There's also some high quality things and some low level quality things in this add-on. From the massive corporate ramps at Teterboro version 2 to the beautiful chilly detailed approach into Hammerfest, this week's marketplace drop gives us some incredible new pinpoints to add to Flight Simulator 2024. It's especially fantastic to see such a dedicated regional push into Norway by Finny Hansen. I want to hear from you. Are you going to be testing your heavy jetliner skills out in Jeddah, flying a corporate shuttle into New York, or picking up one of those scenic Norwegian fields? Let me know your favorite arrivals in the comments below. If this tour of structural breakout helped you map out your next flight plan in the sim, make sure to hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching and hope to see you back next week.